Move on, right?
Let's record this. And Kevin's on.
Good morning,
Leah's
Chris.
on. Stephanie's on. Melissa's on. Vinny's on. Tommy's on. Gabriel's on. Marissa's on. Tariq is on. Tyler's on. Scott's on. Oh my goodness, there's so many people here. This is fantastic. So good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Just in case you forgot who I am, my name is Bob. I am a builder, and we can do this. Can we fix it?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Absolutely. I want to go over a couple things with you guys today, and I want to make it a super, super productive week. We are only a couple of days. I'm going to be doing this a couple times a day throughout the day with a whole bunch more meetings. So, because we got more than you guys. So I'm going to be doing this a couple times. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this today. We are big push for the end of the month. Not just the end of the month. Anybody knows what Monday is? It's the start of what? Or not Monday, Friday.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day, but
Start of a new month.
start of a new month and start of a
new quarter.
Absolutely. Starting a new quarter means huge. There's not enough huges for me to say, and I don't have enough time to do it. Bonuses and incentives. We have a huge thing that we're going to be announcing Saturday morning. We're going to go ahead and push back the meeting from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, so that everybody has an opportunity to jump in there. It is crucial that you were in Saturday's meeting. It is mandatory for the entire company. You cannot miss it. Okay. I wanted to do like a town hall thing where we get all the teams together, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna have to do it team by team because it's last second. But Brian, Vinny, and I are working on something really, really huge for you guys, and we're super excited to share that with you. So we will have a big announcement coming up on Saturday morning. For today, we have a push that we're going to be needing to get through for the rest of this quarter. So just because we're only 3 days away from the end of the quarter doesn't mean we give up. Okay. So if you guys haven't noticed, I'm wearing the new shirts. These are going to be available. Once you get your first sale, I'm shipping you out a shirt. That's it. So I love this button. We used to have something on our chest back in the day, back at Kirby. It was called a reset button. I'm not kidding. We had a reset button that we would staple on our chest right there. And it was completely and totally ridiculous. But you know what we would do? And if we're having a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad quarter, bad year, hit the reset button and start your day back over. It's never too late to start your day over. It's never too late to start your week over. It's never too late to start your month over. It's never too late to start your life over. You make the decision that you want to get something done. You go out there and you do it today. Okay. So those are the things that we're going to be focusing on today. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about red light, green light again. And see if we can just kind of wrap our brains around that just a little bit. I want to talk about aiming and just get you guys through those objections that are happening at the door. I want to start going with the right attitudes, right? I want to make sure you have the right attitudes when you're at the door, because you've probably gone out there, you probably had conversations with people, even if you haven't touched the door yet. If you had a conversation with somebody, you probably started to apply some of this information that we talked about during training. You're seeing attitudes are changing, right? You can dictate the attitude. You can control the tone and the pace of the entire conversation based off of how you engage the conversation and how you respond to their attitudes, right? Our goal is to shut their mouths and open their ears, right? Being assertive, not being aggressive. And then we want to make sure that we're working the hours. All right. So I heard some goals going out yesterday. I'm not saying anything bad about any of you guys. Okay. I'm not a fan of the goals that I heard. Couple reasons why. All right. I know how long it takes to knock 100 doors. Does anybody else know how long it takes to knock 100 doors? I think we talked about it in training briefly.
4 hours.
To knock 100? Yep. So if you have a goal for 100 doors in a week, how many hours are you working that week?
40.
20.
4?
If you had a goal to knock 100 doors in 1 week, because I heard a couple of
4 hours
doors for the week.
I thought it was
4 hours. Yeah. What happened is that you said, I'm only going to work 4 hours this week. Now, can you get a sale or two out for that? Probably, right? If you're really, really good. But metrics are important, right? KPIs are important. I know if I knock 100 doors, I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 sales, but I've been doing this for 15 years, right? So the difference between me and you guys is time. But I also have other streams of revenue that I'm working with, and I have other teams, and I have all this other stuff that I have to do, which means if I'm knocking 100 doors, it's because that's all I have time to do. Right now, as a new person, you have time, right? Now, I don't know everybody's personal situations, but when you want to get something done, we have wants and we have needs. So I've always done this training. And it's gone both ways throughout the years, but I love talking about it because it's absolutely true. It works with customers too. There's a reason why we find a need with our customers. Okay. People will sacrifice for things that they need. People will suffer for things that they want. Right. It's like, I want it, but it's fine. I don't need it right now. Right. We've all had that conversation with ourselves. Depending on where you are in your life, you're having that conversation with yourself every single day. Right. You're probably looking at gas prices saying, I would love to go to the other side of town to go hang out with these people. I would love to go on vacation. I would love to hop in the car and go on a road trip, but I don't need that right now. Right now, I need to make more money so I can actually afford to put a full tank of gas in my car and be able to feed myself. Right. I've been in that situation before. One of my goals is to never be in that situation again. Right. So there's personal decisions that we have to make every single day in order to make sure that we're making the most of our time. So let's talk about this. Okay. There are more people that are in a bar right now at 9 o'clock in the morning in Tucson, Arizona, than there are at the unemployment office with their power bills about to be shut off, not being able to put food on the table. Why? Because they need that drink more than they need to provide for their family, or they need to go do that. I get it. Sometimes life gets you down like that. Right. But that tells you a little bit about where somebody's mindset's at. We've all been there. I've been there. I've done stupid stuff with my money. I do stupid stuff with my money all the time because I think I need something more than I actually do. Right now, think about where you're at in your life, right? Are you where you want to be? Did you make the money you want to make? Did you do everything you possibly could this week to be as successful as you could be this week? If the answer is no, what else could I be doing, right? Is it talking to more people? Is it hopping online more? Is it getting inside of groups? What could I be doing to make my time more valuable? Okay, I used to, and I still do it. I don't have any up right now. I'm not going to walk you guys in my bathroom because it's all over the mirror. But you just put Post-it notes up everywhere. What's the most productive thing I could be doing right now? I hop in my truck. What's the most productive thing I could be doing right now? I sit at my computer. What's the most productive thing I could be doing right now? And I had sticky notes everywhere, right? Because I go to pick up my phone. I go to hop on Facebook, and I go to hop on Instagram. I go to watch something on Netflix. I go to whatever it was. That's not the most productive thing I could be doing right now, is it? No. So guess what I started doing? I started working, right? So Brian and I were laughing about the situation that happened earlier before, where this dude, he sold 10, like he's beat my personal record on a daily, not my monthly, right? It's longevity, right? Marathon versus sprinters, right? He got 10 solar sales in a day. Like he literally would walk into the house and say, hey, just I'm warning you now, be careful around me. Everybody I'm talking to is buying solar today. And they'd be, oh, really? Oh, okay. And they'd get all excited and they ended up buying solar from him, right? He sold 10 systems that day. So it's $80,000 in a day if he sold all those at 8 kilowatts. On that, let's say he did $50,000 that day. How great would that be? It's huge, right? So this is the type of stuff that we want to be looking at and we want to be working towards every single day. But there's going to be some sacrifices you're going to have to make in the meantime, right? What's the difference between the successful person and the unsuccessful person? Anybody remember that quote? Successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do, right? This is what we have to strive for. It's like, I don't want to knock doors. I never wanted to knock doors. I was the first one to tell you, and I'm still the first one to admit, I always hated knocking doors starting out. But I hated it all the way to the bank, right? It was hard. It sucked. People's attitudes weren't great. It took me time to learn how to control their attitude. But eventually I was able to overcome that and I controlled it, right? So it was a couple steps that I did. Every single day, I would hit the invisible freaking button right on my chest. So Matt brought this out after about 6 months of me being Kirby with him. And I was working at his office. He actually literally one day just brought a whole box of pins and just dumped them on the stage where we used to do our Kirby clinics. He's like, everybody come up and get one. So we went and got one and we all put it on. Like, what the hell is this? He's like, just tap it. And some of us didn't have it pinned right. And all of a sudden we're getting stabbed in the chest with a freaking pin. Right. But we'd hit it. Right. It's like, okay, start your day over. My day just started. No, your day sucks so far. According to your guys' attitude is hit the reset button and try again. Now try again. Right. I still do that stuff. Roll out of bed. Sometimes it's like, all right. Start over. Right. Got to have the right attitude. Got to have the right mindset. I can do this. I will do this. That's what That's what motivational things tell you all the time, right? Say that you can do it, not what you can't do, right? I can do this. I will figure out a way to get it done. If all you had to do was knock 400 doors this week to get $1,000, how quickly would you guys be out there on the doors? That's all you have to do. You only have to knock 400 doors this week to go make $1,000 next week. The numbers say so. The metrics say so. Every person who ends up knocking 400 doors ends up selling one system. You're gonna talk to enough people. You're gonna walk into a sale, right? It's not easy. It's gonna be hard. Your attitude's gonna get down. There's gonna be people on the doors that aren't gonna respond the way you want them to. You're gonna get people to slam doors in your face. You're gonna get people who are just freaked out. You're gonna get people who want to scream at you through the door instead of opening the door and talking to you and having a normal conversation. What do you want? No, thank you. You're gonna get dogs barking over you and you can't hear them. Those are the cutest doorbells I ever heard. It gets the customer laughing. Have fun with them. Have fun. I think that was Gabriel's number one thing that it took him for the first week to get, was have fun with the customers, right? Talk to them, engage them in conversation, right? And the other important thing to do is aim. Like when we aim, we have to bring up the energy and the excitement to 100 when we do it. It's a little bit of a stage show when we do this stuff with the customers, okay? We can't just look at them and say, great. We have to get excited, be enthusiastic, right? Great. I'm not interested. Great. I'm going to bring back the information so you can tell me when you are interested. What day works better for you? And it's going to feel weird. If I could go out and throw my wrists around and jump around like a lunatic and throw my voice to like 3 octaves higher than it should normally be, you guys can go out there and be a little bit happier when you're on the doors, right? You're going to be a little bit tired. It's going to be a little bit mentally exhausting. That's a good thing. Unwind at the beach because you can afford to go. Where it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and throw $100 of gas in the car today because gas prices are like $7 a gallon. Right? But it's like, oh, okay, well, it's not a big deal. I got another $2,000 coming next Friday, right? My bill's already covered. Got another $2,000 coming next Friday. Oh, actually got an install. So I got $8,000 coming next week, right? How great of a feeling would that be? Sales reps in solar do that all the time, right? But they're also doing things like this. So people in our company are aiming every single day. They get out there and they have a huge smile on their face. They smile before they get to the doors. It's the attitude beforehand, right? You guys have heard the term smile and dial? You got to smile before you get to the door. You got how you act on the street is how you're going to act at the door. They saw you at the street. So you got to make sure you maintain that energy through the door. It's going to be tiring. Work the hours. Don't work the doors. Don't say I'm only going to knock 100 doors, right? Work the hours. Say I'm gonna make sure I work at least 4 hours today on the doors. And I'm gonna get my butt inside of houses. And heck, if you have the time, go make it 6 hours. Go make it 10 hours. How did I sell 57 sales in a month? I knocked 12 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week that month. You know how many hours that is a month to work? 360 hours. Right? Do you want to knock 360 hours? Do you want to work that much this month? Absolutely freaking not, right? I didn't want to do it while I was doing it. I was tired. On top of that, I was coming home and I was making my own proposals every single night. I was up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on average. Sometimes I wouldn't even sleep. I just didn't have enough time to sleep because I still wanted to have breakfast with my kid, right? And that was the only time I got to see him the whole month. And it sucked, but I did it. And I had $250,000 to play around with and I had more time, right? These are the things that we do, the small sacrifices that we make. Why am I doing this every single day? Why am I getting out of bed to go touch a door? Why am I getting out of bed to go talk to somebody, right? It's because I don't have to sit in an office waiting for somebody to call me. I don't have to sit and waiting for somebody else to drive up so I can try to sell them something that they may not even want. People who are inviting you in, they have a genuine interest. Now it's up to you to do your job and be a consultant, right? So aim, get excited. Great. They're protecting. Okay, cool. I got credit. I got money. So I'm not just going to give this to anybody. That's what they're saying when they tell you they're not interested. Absolutely. I'm interested. I want you to give me the information, but I don't want it from you because you're a salesperson. I'm going to try to do the research on my own. Good luck getting the research. You're not going to be able to find it. You need a salesperson to come in and do it because the industry is jacked up like that. But in the meantime, that's how I make my money, right? This is how we have to understand that. The customer can go online, they can try to do a ton of research. It's going to take them 20 plus hours to find the information that you'll be able to deliver in 25 minutes during a proposal, right? So
I have a
great.
question.
I'm so excited that you guys are giving me that objection today. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to aim through it, and I'm just going to go ahead and set the appointment. 7 no's before a yes. We've all heard that term before. Great. Give me 6 of them at the door. That will only have one more no inside the house. That's it. And I'll get the first no out early on. That way I make sure you're just walking through a buying process. I love the doors that are harder. I am not walking away. Whether you walk away from the door because they said no, or they shut the door because you kept trying, you get the same result. I'm going to determine what my result is at the end of the day. At least I can say that I tried, right? So I want you guys to focus on that and have fun while you're out there aiming. So I'll make this kind of quick today. I want to see what you guys, and I'm going to go through everybody, and I'm just going to give you just a really quick, I just want to hear where you guys are on your steps. Okay. I'm going to throw out a random number. I'm going to call on a random person, and I want to hear what that step is. Don't tell me what you say during that step is, just what the step is called. So there's 5 steps, right? So I want to see if you guys can fire them off to me yet, right? I'm just going to say something like, step number 2, Scott.
Who am I?
Step number 4, Leslie.
Dylan Kedge?
There you go. Step number 3, Tommy.
What am I doing?
Step number 1, Marissa. You're muted. You're muted. There you go. Step number 1.
Break preoccupation.
Break preoccupation. Perfect. Step number 5, Stephanie. You're muted. There you go.
I want to say schedule.
Transition.
Transition.
And then step number 3, Leah.
Sorry. What am I doing?
Perfect. Step number 2, Melissa.
Who am I?
Step number 5, Kevin.
Transition.
Step number 1, Josh. You're muted, buddy. Who am I? Perfect. Oh yeah, your mic's not working. Step number 1, Devin.
Why am I here?
Nope. 1 before that, or 2 before that.
Break preoccupation.
Perfect. There we go. And then step number 4, Tyler.
The deal, the catch.
The deal, the catch. Step number 3, Gabriel.
Why I'm here.
Why am I here? Right. So the pitch is designed to anticipate what the customer is going to ask you next. Right. So remember, a true professional does their job to the best of their ability every single day. It is not about what you wear. It's about how you act. People will respond to the way you act, not to how you look. I promise you, it doesn't matter if you have a million tattoos, you can overcome that with the right attitude. I have done it before myself. I don't have any tattoos myself, but I went ahead and I put some on. They were hyper realistic sleeve tattoos. And I went out just to prove an entire team, and I beat the whole team. Right. And it's not because I'm better than them. It's because I had a better attitude. People responded better. They like me. They like me when I'm at the doors. I'm the bubbly cashier. I'm entertaining.
Hey, Chris, I have
All
a
had
question.
What's that?
How long would you say to like wait at a door after knocking?
90
for that
seconds to 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
yeah, about 90 seconds max. Because so you're gonna knock on the door after about 30 seconds, maybe knock on the door again, hit the doorbell, wait another 30 seconds, and you can try one more time. So for me, on the 3rd time, I'm always knock, knock. Because sometimes they didn't hear you. Maybe they were in the crapper. Maybe they were changing a diaper. Maybe they were taking something off the stove, right? Give them a minute. It's going to take them a minute. Sometimes they could have been hanging up with somebody, right? So give them about a minute to a minute and a half and then move on. Okay. Remember, you're going to suck. You're brand new. That's okay. But the more you do it, the better you get. Remember, practice makes, doesn't make perfect. Practice makes progress. Okay. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress, but you got to practice. You got to do it every single day. So yeah, but that's the other big thing though, right guys, is red light, green light. Where am I spending my time? Go ahead, Tommy.
Just a quick question. So when I was walking the dog earlier, I noticed, some of my neighbors, they're pretty much fully shaded. Would we just skip over them or
I'd still hit
them anyway?
Yeah, it's still numbers, right?
Yeah.
So I would still get it because some of those people may actually be willing to cut down their trees if they find out they'll save enough money. That happens all the time.
And that's another question. Do we have somebody that can go through for tree service?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we don't bring it up at the doors. They might say something. It's just, it goes back to perfect. That's exactly why I'm here. All I'm gonna do is check to see if the home does qualify, because it will qualify if certain amount of trees are cut down, not even cut away, just trim down a little bit to get away from the panels. Right.
Right.
So yeah, I would just, this is what we're doing. Check and see if the home does qualify, but I can't do that without the picture of the graph on the bill.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool. So last thing I want to go over really quickly, guys, is I just want to remind you guys of red light, green light, because it's not something that you guys have heard for a couple of weeks now. And so just remember this, okay? We have red light activities. This is a red light activity. You guys are in the morning meeting right now, right? There's nothing you could be doing right now that is generating revenue. Okay, we're training. You guys are gonna get off the phone. You guys are gonna do some morning activities. You guys are gonna do some of your stuff for the day. You're gonna be driving around doing bills. Just because you have your badge around your neck, just because you're responding in the group chat, that's not generating you revenue. That's not making you money, right? The only things that are gonna make you money is setting appointments and delivering proposals. Those are the two things. So make sure you're checking your own hours. This is why we still have the time clock there. Because when let's say you're dialing phones, and say you're knocking doors. Let's say you're hitting your funnels and you're responding to all the leads that you got in, whatever the case may be. You hit that button, right? That way you can clock how many green hours you're working versus how many hours you're working throughout the week. All right. You'll be surprised with the number. I had an entire team one week that told me, man, we all put in 40 hours this week. We put the numbers together. Everybody averaged about an hour and a half. It was like 25 people on the team. 3 people put in their full numbers, that week, which brought it up. But everybody else, yeah, they were in the field, but they were on the phones, right? They were going to pay bills. They left the field early that day. Things happen, guys. Life happens. I get that. I got 3 kids. I got a 4th one on the way, right? I got a ton of responsibilities too. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's worth it. Okay. So I want you guys to remember that. So one last thing I want to go over, because today is going to be super, 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 super exciting. We got 3 days left in the actual month itself.
Hot potato, 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 potato.
What we are doing today is called the Hot Potato Contest. We're doing it for the last 3 days of the month, today, tomorrow, and Thursday. We are going to go out there and crush it this week. You guys are going to go out there and you're going to be so tired at the end of the week, but you're going to have so much more money next week. It's going to be fantastic. Okay. Why? Because you're going to be in more houses. Why? Because you're going to go knock more doors. Who wants to make an extra $1,000 on top of their commissions? Go ahead and unmute yourselves. I want to hear it. Who wants to make $1,000 on top of their commissions?
I definitely do.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So up to $1,000, I'm going to pay 25. So it's called a hot potato for a reason. Who remembers how this game works? Somebody tell me. How's a hot potato work?
I have no idea.
No, you never heard it? All right, so it's a
Nope.
game from when we were kids. We have a ball, we toss it. You can't hold the ball, you can't drop it, right? But you can't hold it for more than a couple seconds. You got to toss it on somebody else. You guys remember that game?
Yeah.
All right. This is kind of how that works. So this is a hot potato game. The most appointments wins. You must knock at least 100 doors between today, tomorrow, and Thursday in order to be able to qualify for it. Every appointment set amongst the entire team is $25 towards the pot. Okay. Grand prize gets the whole pot. Whoever sets the most appointments between today, tomorrow, and Thursday, up to $1,000, we'll get another $1,000 on a check next week. Okay. It's verified appointments, which means you need a couple of things, which are super important. Okay. You need to have email address and phone number, or at least one or the other. It cannot be a fake appointment. We need to be able to verify the legitimacy of the appointment, right? You need to have utility bill or the averages that they give you. The customer's words have to be there, right? What's their high? What's their low? What's their average? And you have to have some notes on the customer so we know they're real appointments. You can't just go there, pad the thing for everybody. Okay. I know you guys can do it. That's what, 40 appointments? That's it. It's 40 appointments. There's nothing. There's
Where's Jordan?
20 of you guys in here. Okay. So let's just do it. So it's 14 of you guys. So that's 3 appointments each. At 400 doors, if you guys busted your butts this week at 400 doors each, that's actually tracking to set somewhere around 80 appointments. So half of that is all you guys need in order to make $1,000. Whoever sets the most appointments in that time is going to win. Vinny, you're disqualified from it because you're a manager.
But you said I qualify or don't qualify? Because
No, you don't qualify for it. You're a manager.
Hold on. Is this like the casino? Because the bank can win, right?
There are going to be second and third prizes. Those are specialty prizes. We will announce those for the winner. I'm feeling generous. If you guys do at least 15 appointments by Friday, I'm writing it down so I don't forget. I will extend it to Saturday. Extend to Saturday. And we'll do this. Everybody who gets a sale this week gets an extra $500 on their commissions next Friday on top draw. So if you get, and we'll just do a full draw at $1,000. So even if you get a 4 kilowatt system, which is typically as long as Redline stays at $3, right? Like we don't have to eat stuff up for the customer. Like there's no like major discounts that we have to give the customer for something stupid, which doesn't really happen anyways, but I just got to throw it out there because if I don't say it, right? As long as it's a standard deal, there's no issues with it. Instead of just getting the 30% on that, you're going to get the full $1,000 on it plus an extra $500 next Friday. But we need at least 15. So that's why everybody, okay? This is a team effort. I better see that freaking group me be pinging. I want to hear every time you guys get an appointment. I want to hear every time you guys hit 10 doors and you don't get an appointment so we can help you out. I am going to be available 100% of the way through. It is going to rain a little bit here in Tucson today. So if you're in Tucson, get your butts out there early, get in between the actual raining, and you'll be just fine. It's not raining for the rest of the week. We're going to be just fine. All right. So I want to hear commitments for how many appointments you're going to get yourself. Okay. So remember, at 400 doors, you should be able to set at least 10 appointments, right? 50% of those are going to run. 1 out of 5 are going to sell. That's a single sale. Okay. So being brand new, knowing you're going to suck at the doors, you're going to screw up. You're going to end up walking into something. I want to hear how many appointments you want to set because I am going to hold you accountable to it and just watch. You're going to end up getting it. Okay. So Tyler, how many appointments or how many appointments you're going to set this week?
I'm going to set probably 20 appointments this week.
20 appointments. All right. And guys, I wasn't lying about my freaking notes. See, they're all over the place. No, you guys can't even see them. They're all over the place. All right. Leslie, you're next on the screen.
I'm gonna set 15.
15 appointments. All right. Now, if it's Friday at 5 p.m. and you got 6 appointments, does that mean you quit or do you do this?
Keep going.
Hit your reset button. I promise you. Melissa.
I'm gonna set 20.
20. Tariq.
I'm gonna do 20. Did you hear me?
Yep, gotcha. Cool, you're in. And then Scott.
I have very little time, Chris, with my job right now, so I'm gonna try for 5 this week, and
Perfect.
then next week I'm starting a new job. I'll have more time.
Hey, you're putting money in towards the pot, right?
That's
Which means
the
if you
time.
hey, if you help get 5, if you get your 5 between today and Friday, or today and Thursday, you help the whole team get an extra $500 on their commissions for sales. Right? So whether you get those or not, whether you get 20 and you get the pot, or you get 5, you're helping the team get their whole bonus. So good commitment, good commitment. And who's next? Tommy.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. To be honest, I want to hit 10. I'm still waiting on my credentials to come in the mail. I'm probably the last to get those. I'd messaged you, I think, about that, you know, the way my neighbors are here. I need some proof that, you know, I'm with the company. So I'm just kind of waiting on that right now.
Even if you just pull it, I'm gonna email you your QR code, which has your digital card, your digital business card.
Okay.
That way you can just go jump out there. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
I'll check the tracking number. I think yours was coming Tuesday anyway, so it should be in there today. But if you just
Okay.
have them scan the QR code, it's going to take them straight to the website. You can't fake that.
Uh-huh. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Gabriel.
I'm gonna shoot for 22.
22. All right. Marissa.
In the same boat with having another job, so I'm trying to shoot to 5 to 10.
5 to 10. Let's get you at 5, and then once you get your 5, we'll reassess your score. Reassess your goal. How about that? Let's do that. And then Leah.
Realistically, I probably can set about 5 because of school in the evening time. And
Good. Yeah, 5.
Yeah,
you're good. Hey, hit your 5 by Wednesday. You're like, oh, okay, you know what? I can go do another 5.
Yeah.
All it takes is that first one. Once you get that first one, like, I already know Tyler's got his first one. So now he's comfortable. He's confident. He's out there and he knows he's going to get his 20. He's got 3 now. See, he's already got his 3. Let's see. Who am I missing?
Well, 2 this week.
2 this week. Devin.
I want to set 20.
20. Let's do this. Kevin.
I'm going to shoot for 10, but realistically, I would say 5 to 10, but I'm going to shoot for 10.
Let's go for 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Stephanie.
I'm going to shoot for 15.
Do it. I'm excited about that. Number 2. Guys, I love the enthusiasm, the commitments. Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? I got everybody. All right. So, guys, let's get out there. Let's have a fantastic day. Start early, start fast, right? Remember, this is a marathon a little bit, right? You got 3 days, so it's a quick one. So get out there and have fun. Have fun at the doors. Joke with the customers, right? You will push a customer too far if you aim a lot. That's okay. You know what I do? Okay, great. No, fantastic. They start getting angry. No, fantastic. Like, okay, no, you'll totally understand. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get out your hair. I got to talk to the rest of the neighbors. But what day works better for you? I got you. I'm just kidding. Have a good day. Just remind them this is you're just doing your job, right? It takes them a second to take a step back. If you are not getting people to respond positively at the door, check your attitude when you first. Sorry, Amazon just came. The dog's going crazy. When if they're not responding positively at the door, you're not breaking preoccupation and your attitude isn't good enough. Okay, so check your attitude and make sure you're breaking preoccupation. You'll see a huge change. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. It's 5 minutes past, so I want everybody to mute themselves and I want to hear enthusiasm. All right, let's do this. I'll see as soon as everybody's unmuted, and then it's Josh because he doesn't have a mic. Josh, what's your commitment? $15. There we go. All right. I want to see that group me blowing up. I don't care if they're gifts. I don't care if they're memes. I don't care if you're just jumping in there to tell me a joke. I want to see it happening. I want to see you guys have some fun. And enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
Try that one more time. Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm.
We're going to work on that. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you later.